So hello everyone, and welcome to our class Customer Experience Centre here at AXION. Over the next couple of minutes I just wanted to take you through a basic run through of some of the main features and benefits that we see on our AXION 870 and our AXION 830 models that you can see sitting behind me here today. What I wanted to do is show you some of the things that we have as standard specification on these Focus models, and also what we can have as an option on these machines, so that we can have a better understanding of how these machines can be tailored to fit the exact requirements of your unique farm type, and how they will help your different applications over the 12-monthly period. So under the bonnet of both of these machines, we have a 6.7 litre FPT straight 6 engine. In our AXION 870 model that we see to my right hand side, that is a 280 horsepower engine which boosts to 295. When we move over to the AXION 830 model that we can see here to my right hand side, that is just a straight 235 horsepower engine, so no boost. So you can see how both machines represent a slightly different classification of horsepower for different applications that we might be doing. Regardless of whether we're talking about the AXION 870 or the AXION 830, both machines are complemented with a standard variable geometry turbocharger, which again is suited to better deliver power and boost across the RPM range for the different tasks that we might be doing. Again, the whole argumentation of boost is suited to both machines, regardless of the different applications we might be doing. We have in our 870 our boost available to us when we need it for different field conditions or different transport conditions, and in our 830 we have the horsepower available to us all day long, regardless of what application or what speed we're doing. So when we get to the front of both machines on our 830 and our 870, what we'll see underneath the bonnet is obviously our industry-leading service access. You can see now how we can actually pull our different radiator packages open so that we can obviously have access into each individual slice. Something that each one of our tractors within the entire tractor family shares this unique little feature. When we come further down, then we'll see again our standard proactive front axle suspension on both our 830 and our 870. So again, that industry leading class comfort in both of these machines being very, very strong within the DNA of the machine. When we come directly to the front, then we again see our standard front linkage on both of the machines. Again, capable for any front mower combinations, or maybe it's front ballast for pulling different cultivators up the field. And should you need it, then we obviously have the option of being able to fit our front PTO to the machine as well. So again, different applications being able to suit the machines for different farm types. In terms of tyres that we see on the machines, both 830 and 870 machines will come standard with 710 rear and 600 front tyres. But again, like any other tractor, we have the ability to change and suit these tyres to different needs and requirements of your farm. So when we follow the drive line of the machine back from the engine at the front to the gearbox in the middle, what we'll see in again both our 830 and our 870 models is our class C-matic transmissions, so continuously variable transmission. Again, the brilliant feature behind the C-matic transmission is the efficiency that we have in it. A very, very high percentage of mechanical power going through these gearboxes, which is brilliantly suited to the different heavy draft conditions that these tractors will more than likely be doing on different farms. Once we then actually start to look in a little bit more detail of some of the more unique features, is things like storage on the machines. So you can see here, fully integrated toolbox underneath the steps on the left-hand side of the machine, again on both 830 and 870 models. If we look a little bit closer underneath the step to my right-hand side here as well, we'll see a fully integrated airline point as well, which we can obviously use the air system on the tractor to blow out our radiator packages or inflate tyres and such. If we were to look around the cabin as well, we'd obviously see a fully standard LED lighting package on the machines as well, again on both 830 and 870. The ability to turn day into night. So when we talked about transmissions, we briefly mentioned our driveline of our machine. When we get to the back axle of the machine, we'll see actually how we put the whole machine together. We use a self-supporting chassis system on all of our tractors that we produce within the class tractor family. So by that I mean that our engine is at the front and the gearbox is bolted to that, and from there then our back axle is bolted to our gearbox. So we actually have no chassis rails on the machine. For our 800 machines, either the 870 or the 830, this is very well suited to the heavy draft applications that they may be doing. We have a lot of weight sitting in that chassis, and it's sitting down low, so giving us a better center of gravity and also a better weight distribution. Something that is across the entire tractor family is the fact that we're 50-50 weight distribution from the front to the rear. So the best for pulling conditions and transferring that high amount of horsepower through the tyres and onto the ground. When we get into the finer details of the back axle of the machine, we'll see things like 205 litre per minute hydraulic pumps, load sensing systems. We have the ability to go up to 5 rear spool valves. We also have things like isobus connectivity, standard air brake connectors, optional power beyond connectors as well. Things like hydraulic top links as well. So again, very good connectivity and very easy to use as well. Little unique features as well about our class tractors that we've seen from a lot of the other machines in our tractor family is things like our spool valves are staggered, so we're not rubbing our knuckles as we are unplugging or plugging in pipes. Integrated decompression levers on each spool valve as well, so it means that we don't have to hop back up into the cab to float the spool valve. And of course then the left and the right hand side fender controls to be able to control any of the linkage controls, any of the spool valves, and being able to start and stop our PTO, and also being able to control the RPM from here as well. So again, although a fairly fundamental point of the tractor, some very unique things to our AXION product here. So you join me back up in the cab of our AXION 830, or very similarly our AXION 870. Both machines obviously opted with our CBUS cab specification. So what do we see? Well, firstly we see our 12-inch touch terminal on the end of our armrest for all of our tractor functions or any isobus connectivity to any implements that we have in the back of the machine. Further back along then we see our C-motion joystick on our multifunction armrest, being able to control up to 80% of our different tractor functions. And again, something that we'll know from all of our combines, our foragers and our tractors, making it very easy to jump from one machine to the next. We'll see that we have our fully integrated GPS Pilot CMIS 1200 steering system as well. Obviously with this machine we've opted for our RTK accuracy, but we can go for the standard SATCOR 15. Underneath me then we have the nice standard comfort seat option, which is fully heated and ventilated with fore and aft and lateral suspension as well. In the front of me we can see that we have the good telescoping steering column with our leather steering wheel as well for good comfort. And underneath them we obviously have optioned our nice little carpet as well. Around me in terms of visibility we're sitting in a 4-post cabin, so very good for the longer days and in terms of cultivating, drilling, better visibility. So guys, thank you very much for having a quick look around our main features and benefits of our AXION 870 and our AXION 830 models. I hope you enjoyed it, and should you have any further questions, don't hesitate to contact your local dealer.